Hello students, let us discuss about extensive property and intensive property. So extensive property means properties which are dependent on mass of system. For example, volume, then internal energy, entropy, enthalpy, kinetic energy and potential energy. For example, kinetic energy, what is formula to calculate kinetic energy? Half mass into velocity square, so it is dependent on mass. Suppose volume, it is what? It is dependent on mass. Okay, so likewise there are certain properties which are dependent on mass of the system. Those are termed as extensive properties. Okay, so you have to remember enthalpy and entropy. So enthalpy, it is denoted by H, and entropy, it is denoted by S. So basically enthalpy, it is nothing but summation of your internal energy and work energy. Okay, H is equal to U plus PV, while entropy, which is denoted by ds, okay, which is nothing but change of heat energy divided by temperature. So ds is equal to dq by T. Okay, while internal energy, it is also a function of temperature. So we are going to study all these properties in coming lecture. So for timing, remember what is extensive properties. Extensive property means properties which are dependent on mass. Now second, what is an intensive property? Now intensive property means, see, this is what, this is I, so these are independent on mass of the system. So this is one clue to remember what is definition. So intensive means independent on mass of the system. For example, pressure, temperature, viscosity, velocity, acceleration, these are all intensive properties which are independent on mass. Now third point in this is specific extensive properties. For example, volume is extensive property, and specific volume means specific extensive properties. So if you are adding a specific word, that means it is with respect to mass, so it becomes independent of mass. Okay, so basically specific extensive properties, these are what? Intensive properties. For example, let us take second example, specific internal energy. See, internal energy we know, that is what? Extensive. Now specific extensive property, it is what? Intensive. Then specific enthalpy, it is also an intensive property. So sometime either definition or the properties of the system, name of the properties of systems are given to you, and you have to identify whether it's an extensive or intensive property. So this is a quite common question which is asked even previously in SSCGI, even in MPSC, that is state service exams, even in GATE, IAS, sometimes you will get such type of question. So important is this third point, that specific extensive properties are what? Intensive properties. Okay, so hope you have understood what is extensive, what is intensive properties. So remember the definition and examples of it. Thank you very much.